Luke, so I take it that vaccinations are already underway?
They are indeed. France's vaccination programme moving into a higher gear now, with the vaccine hub that you can see behind me at the Stade de France in the Ile-de-France region, just to the north of Paris. One of 38 that is scheduled to be opened in the coming weeks ahead. The objective here is to meet at least initially 10,000 vaccinations a week, with the aim of increasing those numbers as more serum is made available. Now, President Emmanuel Macron has been saying in recent weeks he's wanted to get the country vaccinating 7 days a week, morning, noon and night, though we're not quite there yet, with a few issues over deliveries of the vaccine itself. Now, as to who's going to be vaccinated, you should be able to see the queue stretching out behind me. People have been arriving all morning in the Seine-Saint-Denis department. It has been badly affected, and 50% of the vaccinations here at the Stade de France are initially going to local residents. Now, it's going to be carried out along government lines, with 70 people of the age of 70 and over, for the ages of 50 to 54 with comorbidity, for health professionals, and at least initially those from 18 to 74 who are known to be at risk of getting extremely serious cases of COVID. Now, speaking to people here, they've been telling us that there's certainly a sense of happiness that they're going to be able to get back to some sort of normal life. People finally able to travel and see families that in some cases they haven't seen for months on end. Now, of course, this follows a similar rollout that we've seen down south in Marseille, the velodrome over there being going into operation just recently, with the first Pfizer and Moderna vaccines being given to the French public.
Luke, these large-scale vaccination centres, of course, opening at the time that the French government has come under fire for its slow rollout of its vaccination programme.
Yes, it is quite a turnaround for the government. There has been criticism for the slow rollout, but it is more due to the deliveries of the vaccine itself rather than the distribution, which has, it has to be said, been extremely effective in France. The vaccines that they have been getting have been distributed to the population almost immediately. Now, we've seen in the National Assembly just last week extremely fractious debate over the government measures. We are, of course, deep in the middle of the third wave of the coronavirus pandemic, and there was extreme criticism coming from both sides of the political aisle, on the left and the right wing, really attacking Emmanuel Macron, not just for presenting what decisions that he'd already made, but really criticism coming thick and fast from in terms of what hasn't been done, and questions being raised as to why more vaccines haven't been made available. Now, the fact that vaccine centres like the one behind me are now coming into effect is a sign that more vaccines are on the way. At least 800,000 doses delivered in March, with a further 1 million being delivered in April.
Luke Shrago reporting there from Stade de France.